Hi everybody, hope you're well. As many of you have worked out, I love to tinker, I love to play around and do things, check things and what have you. You've probably worked that out from looking at our past videos, or even if you're a long-term subscriber, you've probably already sussed out that I'm a bit of a guy that loves to do things. I come up here about once a week, I would estimate, and I just come up here and just tinker with things. I check on things and do a few bits and bobs, but basically I come up here every week and I just love spending up time up here. And it's because of that I've decided to make a brand new series of videos. Let's go inside where it's a bit warmer and I'll tell you all about it. Oh, you know, for many, caravan ownership can be a bit of a daunting process, with the understanding that you need to do certain things at certain times of years, things to check on, things to make sure about, you know, even the fear mongering of your caravan's going to rot, it's going to get damp. There's quite a lot of things to do, and it's because of that and because I love tinkering that I've made 12 videos which will be released once a month, and they're basically a video designed for the guy or the person that wants to come up to the caravan and just make sure everything is okay. I've created these videos with about 3 or 4 items per video, and the premise is this: it's designed for you to come up to your caravan once a Saturday morning, once a month, and just check on a few things, and it's a timely reminder each time of the year on certain things to check. Now, if you follow any of our pre-season checklists or you know, preparing for winter or storage, etc., no doubt a lot of these tasks will be in those videos. However, there's a few things which aren't in those videos, and there's just common sense to check on them throughout the year. So we're going to start this series of videos with February. We're not going to start in January, and a very good reason for that. We're going to start it in February, and there's about 4 or 5 things that we can do around the caravan to make sure that it's good enough for when we start using it in the warmer months. The first task is something that you've already seen me do in this video, and that is to check the battery charge. Simply checking with your onboard voltmeter will work, or for better results, attaching a multimeter to the battery will tell us how charged the battery really is. Now, I created a video on battery care during the winter some time ago. Link to that is in the description below. The second check is the caravan tyres. Caravan tyres won't usually wear out, instead they crack. Sitting in the same position for months of their lives will cause the tyres to deteriorate over time. So checking the condition and pressure of the caravan tyres is really worthwhile. If the caravan has been sat for some time in the same position, consider moving it forward or backwards by 6 inches or so, just to redistribute the weight. Again, I have a video sharing lots of information about tyres. Link to that is again in the description down below. The final check at the caravan this month was the bodywork. Checking seams, joints and anywhere where there's a hole in the side, and that being windows, doors, vents and lockers. Make sure there's no buildup of algae, as this can store dampness and sometimes expand joints and allow water to penetrate the caravan. As well as checking outside, head inside and check the back of lockers and cupboards, any joints in the roof and under the seats and sofas. Use your nose when checking, make sure there's no musty or mouldy smells in the caravan. Now, back at home, there's a couple of things that we can do. Firstly, as spring is just around the corner, we can start booking up some campsites. This does lift the mood after a cold, dark January, and it's a great job to plan and book some holidays throughout the year. The second task is, if you haven't already done so, consider booking your caravan in for a service. Many caravans will be in for a service before the spring, so book now to avoid any disappointment and to make sure the caravan is fit for the year ahead. So there we go, all the checks are now complete. What's the total time for doing all of this? Well, it's taken me about an hour, to be honest with you. It took me about 10 minutes to do the tyres, all 4 of them. It took me about 30 seconds to check the battery voltage was okay, but the rest of the time I've just been poking around inside, looking at the back of cupboards, looking around the exterior of the caravan as well. That's taken the most time. Now we're going to follow up here with a video for March, April, May, etc. as we go throughout the year. And like I said, I've created 12 of these videos. So join me on the next video next month to make sure that caravan is good for the season ahead. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care now. Bye bye.